Hi everybody, my name is Peter Hiller. During most of my working career, I had the pleasure of being an art teacher. My students were elementary school students and middle school students, and we did all kinds of different projects. We painted and we sculpted and we did drawings, and one of my favorite units was working with paper and doing origami. Origami is the Japanese art of folding paper. And I would like to share with you a project I did. I did it so many times that I can do it behind my back without even looking. But over the years, a story developed, and I would like to share that story with you. This is the story of the flying crane. We begin with a square piece of paper, and then we start folding. And what I'm going to do is tell you the story as we go along. One of the first things that happens with this project is that we make what are called mountain creases. Does that sort of remind you of a mountain? Sure. And then, after that, we are going to make the opposite type of a crease. And those are called valley creases. So see how it dips down like a valley would dip down? So I'm going to take that paper now, and I'm going to just gently push it all together, and it forms what I like to call a star, and then that star turns into a diamond. Now, as the story goes along, sometimes you might get a little hungry while you're doing your artwork. So I'm going to keep folding. And one of the interesting things about origami is that lots of times when you do something on one side, you do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to just keep on doing that. And lo and behold, when I've finished all four of those folds, what do you think, but don't we have an ice cream cone? So that'll take care of your hunger. So now I want you to imagine that you went into the ice cream store and you got this delicious scoop of strawberry ice cream on your cone. And you were walking outside and you were about to start eating it, and all of a sudden, oh goodness gracious, the ice cream fell off. But you went back in the store and you looked at the person working there and you said, oh, look what happened, it came off. They go, okay, we'll give you another one. So they gave you another one. And then you walked outside again, and lo and behold, it fell off again. Oh no, I'm so sad, so sad. You go back inside and say, look what happened, the ice cream fell off again. And they said, okay, you're a sweet child, we'll take care of it and give you another scoop. So there we go. So you are pretty happy right now. And you walk outside, and you look around on the ground and you realize, oh goodness, there are 2 scoops of ice cream on the ground. But what happens? But a big seagull comes flying along, opens its mouth really, really wide, and scoops up one of the scoops of ice cream. And remember, there were 2 scoops. So what happens? Another seagull comes while it swoops down and it picks up that other scoop of ice cream off the ground. So the good news is that there's no mess anymore. And off those seagulls go with all the ice cream. But you still have your cone and you start walking down the street. After a little while, you get kind of tired. You say, well, I'm kind of tired of walking on my feet, so maybe I can do something else. And I'm going to just flip this fold over to that side. I'm going to flip this fold over to this side, and now my feet are sticking up in the air and I can walk on my head. But all of a sudden I realize, wait a second, my underwear is showing. Oh goodness gracious, I'm going to have to fold this up, cover that up. Phew, that was close. Then I turn it over and, oh, it's still showing in the back. And then fold that up. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We're all covered up. And it got sort of tired. So all of a sudden, what do we have but a teepee that we can go lay down in? And we do, and we start to dream. And as we dream, we discover we're dreaming about becoming a prince or a princess. And what do a prince or a princess have but a beautiful crown that they can wear? And then, as the dream continues, they decide, you know what, it's time to leave. So they all of a sudden discover they have a head, and then they realize they have beautiful wings, and off we go. Ta-da! And there's the flying crane. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and all you need to try this is a square piece of paper. And I will tell you before you start that this is a little bit tricky to do. There are easier origami projects that you might learn to start with, but I hope you have a good time and that the story helps you remember the different steps, and you can always watch the video again as well. So, fly away home.